Welcome to DPU Clinical Simulation and Skills Lab. So we'll be demonstrating the basic eye anatomy today, and let's get started. So this is a model of the orbital cavity along with the eyeball. So we'll be seeing one by one all the structures what are seen. So it's a basic orbital anatomy, and here you can see the eye in the center surrounded by the eyelids. So this is your superior eyelid and your inferior eyelid, and we'll be seeing the bones inside once we open it. This difficult. Sorry. So when we see on the front side, here you can see the eyebrow, and this is your eyebrow, here is your superior eyelid, here is your inferior eyelid. Here there are two small openings in front. Here is your lower punctum and here is your upper punctum, and you can see the elevated portion which is your caruncle. The black line here shows your eyelashes. Now when I rotate it, when you see, it's on the other side. So this is your lateral portion and this is your medial portion. This here, the structure here you can see is your lacrimal gland, and here there's a ring of muscles around which is your orbicularis oculi muscle, which helps in your eyelid closure and opening of your eyelid. Now going inside, you can see the bony structures here. So basically the eyeballs, they are two spherical organs which are located into bony orbital cavities, which are pyramidal shaped cavities. So here is a cut section of the orbital cavity, and here we can see a few bones. So here is your frontal bone, here is your nasal bone and the maxilla, here is your zygomatic bone. So there are basically 7 bones forming your orbital cavity, which we can show it in another model. Here we'll be discussing the extraocular structures, which are your extraocular muscles. So here above you can see a complex, the superior rectus and your LPS complex on top. Here is your lateral rectus muscle and your medial rectus muscle on the other side. You can see inferiorly the inferior rectus muscle, and here is your inferior oblique muscle which is coming from below. Now if you see here, the white thing here on the posterior aspect is your optic nerve. Now let's go to the other model, which we will show the anatomy of the eyeball. Now this is the basic eyeball. Now there are all the extraocular muscles seen. Here is your superior, your medial and your lateral rectus. Here's the complex of your superior oblique and a superior rectus below it, and the medial and the lateral rectus muscles. Once you, and there are the vessels supplying the anterior ciliary arteries, which are the supplying your extraocular muscles. So basically there are 7 arteries. All the muscles are supplied by 2 anterior ciliary arteries, whereas the lateral rectus muscle is supplied by only 1 artery. Now when you open it, okay, so basically there are 3 coats of the eyeball. So outermost is your sclera, or the fibrous coat you can say, which is the posterior 5/6 of the eyeball, or maybe 85% you can say, the white part of the eye. It continues in front as a transparent watch glass like structure, which is your cornea, which is the 1/6 anterior 1/6 of the eyeball. With these are the outermost fibrous layer. Then the middle layer is your vascular coat, which is also divided into further. The posterior one is your choroid, then is your ciliary body, and the front outermost is your, or maybe the frontmost is your iris, and the innermost layer, which you can see here, is your retina, which is a light sensitive layer. So there are basically a neural layer and your pigmented layer in your retina. So we'll be discussing the structures one by one from front to behind. Now the anterior 1/6 of the eyeball, which is formed by the cornea, which is one of the refracting surface for the light. Then there is a tear film in front of your cornea. So the light goes from front. First is the refracting surface is your cornea. Then it goes behind. The second is your lens, and last it focuses on your retina and gives an image. So here is your cornea. Next, the blue and the green, what you see is your iris. The centermost circular opening in the iris is your pupil. You can see here. The iris determines the color of the eye. Now here, when you go again inside, when I open it, the structure in front is your lens. Now the lens is suspended by ciliary zonules, which form the suspensory ligament, which is, you can see here, okay. The lens is suspended by a ciliary zonules, which is also known as a suspensory ligament of the lens, which helps in the process of accommodation. So basically, when the ciliary zonules, they are suspended from the ciliary body here, and they connect to the equatorial part of the lens. So you can see the lens like this. This is the anterior portion, this is the posterior portion. It's a biconvex structure. So from the ciliary body, the lens zonules are at the equator. This is the equatorial portion of the whole circumferential, is the equatorial portion of your lens. So it helps in the process of accommodation. Now when the ciliary zonules, they are laxed, okay, when the diameter is decreased on contraction, the diameter of the ciliary body decreases and the zonules are laxed. It allows the lens to give a more rounded shape, which allows for a process known as accommodation, which is also your near vision. Now on dilatation, the ciliary body diameter increases, which tightens the zonules. This flattens your lens and helps in your distance vision. So it's a basic physiology of accommodation, which helps in the near and distance vision. Next, surrounding, okay, so basically when we talk about this, lens was the structure. After that is your posterior segment, that is that contains your jelly like substance known as vitreous humor, whereas the anterior segment is known as, there are two मैं बीच में आई just okay. So there are two segments in the eye, the anterior segment and the posterior segment. The anterior segment has two chambers. So one is in front of the iris known as the anterior chamber, and the segment behind the iris in front of the lens, so that is your posterior chamber. Both these contain a clear plasma like fluid known as a aqueous humor, which nourishes the lens and the cornea. And in the posterior segment, there is a gel-like substance which is known as your vitreous humor, which is a supportive jelly which supports your lens, the posterior surface of the lens, and it is attached behind at the retina and the optic nerve. Now, when we still go further inside the eyeball, you can see the innermost surface, also known as your retina. Now, when we see the parts of retina, I said in the beginning there are 10 layers of the retina, which is mainly divided. It's a light sensitive layer, right? So it is divided into a neural component and a pigment epithelium is there. So it contains a photoreceptors. So there are mainly rods and cones. One is, the cones are responsible for your color vision, whereas rods are color vision, and the rods are responsible for your night vision mainly. So here the center of the retina, the optic nerve enters at the center of the retina in behind. It is also known as the optic okay, I'm stuck again. Okay, so then the inner portion is your retina. So we'll be seeing the retina in detail here. It is composed of 10 layers of retina. There is a neural layer and a pigment layer. And the neural layer, it consists of your photoreceptors, which are the rods and cones, which are responsible for your day vision and your night vision. So, then the centermost layer of the retina is also known as your fundus. It consists of an optic nerve and a macula. So the optic nerve enters right behind in the center of the retina. This is known as a blind spot or a yellow spot, and the portion temporal to it is known as your macula. It's a circular portion temporal to it, which is known as your macula. It is the light focusing center, and the centermost part is also known as fovea centralis or yellow spot. Now, when the light projects from center, from the cornea it reflects, it goes to the lens, and then it focuses on the macula. Something about the extraocular structures of the eyeball. So you here, the brown portions you can see are the extraocular muscles. So there are various ocular muscles are the superior rectus, the medial rectus, the lateral rectus, the inferior rectus, and there are two obliques, the superior oblique and your inferior oblique. So here, what you see here, coming on the side, let's just discuss about the extraocular anatomy. So I told you what bones are there. So there are 7 bones forming the orbital cavity. This is the medial side. What you can see on the roof is formed by your frontal bone, which you can see here. Then your medial part, you can see here, is your frontal bone of the maxilla. Then you can see a zygomatic process of the maxilla. Laterally is your zygomatic bone here, and your कौन सा प्रोसेस होता है फ्रंटल बोन का? Zygomatic process of your frontal bone laterally. So we'll be seeing those in another model. So वो बोलना है कि नहीं, because इसमें पूरा नहीं है, चलेगा ना वो? Okay. And now let's see the extraocular muscles. So these brown things, these are your extraocular muscles which support the eyeball. So there are 4 recti and 2 oblique muscles. Now when we remove this, the superior most is your, this is a complex of your superior rectus and your LPS, which is your levator palpebrae superioris muscle. Below it, you can see here is your superior oblique muscle. It comes from side and it rotates around it, forming a trochlear pulley, which you can see here like this, and it is below your superior rectus muscle. Now below this one is your medial rectus muscle, and here is your lateral rectus muscle. Inferior most is your inferior rectus, and this one you can see here inferiorly is your inferior oblique muscle. These extraocular muscle helps in the various extraocular movements of the eye binocularly. The various movements like superior the superior rectus, it helps you in your elevation or looking up. The inferior rectus helps you in looking down. The medial rectus helps in medial rotation, and your lateral rectus helps in your lateral rotation. So these are the basic movements of the eye which we see. To conclude, we have seen the basic anatomy of the eye today. Thank you so much.